Ladies and gentlemen, it's now 2 days in the Supreme Court. But when you look at how these cases are vamusing, Kenya Kwanza and IBC might win this case, and Azimio might lose this case. Why am I saying this? When you look at how Azimio lawyers are trying to defend themselves, they are giving the evidence which are not related to the Constitution. I mean, they are trying to convince judges, but they have not referred their evidence in the Constitution. And this has raised a lot of questions. I mean, you can just remember on yesterday's questions how the judges were trying to demand for the clarity on their evidence. Judges were trying to demand for the clarity in reference to Constitution. Let's give an example of sacking of Chebukati in the office. They were trying to explain that Chebukati made all this to happen. I mean, made the election to be tampered with. So they were demanding for Chebukati to be removed in the office. In any case, there will be a rerun. But when you look at the Constitution keenly, that's not the right procedure to remove someone holding a public office. And judges as well further said that they don't have that power to order for a person holding a public office to be fired or to resign or to be sacked. So when you look at this keenly, this one has made the Azimio case to look very weak, very premature, and they might not win this unless they come with the clarity as judges demanded yesterday, that they need the clarity. They don't need any other thing apart from clarity in reference, mark you in reference to the Constitution. However much all the drama, however much all the big English they will say, or however much the evidence they will come up with, without evidence, or I mean without Constitution relation in it, it's very weak. Let's come in another example, in another scenario where they were trying to say that Form 34A were tampered with. How did they know that Form 34? Like, they wanted the clarity on how the Form 34A was tampered with. In related to the Constitution, they must reference the Form 34A on how it was tampered with the Constitution. And again, they were trying to say that in any case, Chebukati will be found guilty. They said that they had already came up with a magistrate to handle such issue of irregularities concerning the election. So they don't have that power of punishing or dealing with such irregularities, because they had already set some magistrates to handle such issues. Another example that they were trying to bring on this issue of required percentage for a president to be announced. On which way were they trying to calculate this? I mean, on which way were Azimio Alliance trying to calculate the percentage, based on which figure were they trying to calculate this required percentage? On which way? So when you look at all these questions that were raised by different judges in the Supreme Court, the Azimio case is somehow very difficult to handle, and as well, it's very weak. And they must come up with a mature evidence, and further, they must clarify in reference to the Constitution. Guys, before we continue, if you are new here and you've not subscribed to this channel, kindly take 1 second, subscribe to this channel. And to those that have subscribed, we are much thankful and we are appreciating you for the support. So, Azimio must think for the best way of handling this case, of handling or defending their evidence, because if at all they will fail to defend it or to give more clarity, it's not going to favor them at all. And even when you look at the Azimio's brigades, I mean the Azimio supporters, on concerning the questions that was raised yesterday, most of them are now giving up, and they are now saying that they will just accept everything the verdict that shall come. So guys, that's how things are looking on this side. So guys, we will still give you all the information that's taking place in the Supreme Court. Each and every time they occurs, we'll still trying to explain them and detail them further in a layman's language so that you can get them. Thank you and have a blessed day.